Welcome to Manitoba Bushcrafting and Reviews. Today we're going to be taking another look at the Ozark Trail water bladder and carrier. I purchased this a month or so ago, maybe, something like that, for 20 bucks. $20, and I have to say it has impressed me. It's pretty comfortable, pretty durable, because I've just thrown it on the ground. Leave it on the floor sometimes and it gets stepped on, and I have not been nice to this thing on purpose, pretty much just to see the durability of it, because it is only 20 bucks. The only complaint I have is that there's no slide on slide off opening at the tops, which makes it hard to dry your bladder out and empty any stale water out. Yeah, pretty much that. I like the fact that it has an on-off switch and a bite valve. Oops, sorry, I squirted the camera. Okay, yeah, and it's got a bite valve, so that's really nice. I do like the carrier. It's a little, like the one day it was plus 30 out, and we went out for Canada Day, and my back was just sweating where this was touching me. There is no cushion or breathability. Well, there's cushion, but there's no breathability on this pack at all, except for on these shoulder straps, which is like a mesh and then a foam inside the mesh, and they're pretty thin. If they beefed them up a little bit, it might be better on your back. My back does tend to hurt a little bit when I carry anything, and that's from hauling around that ILBE with 75 pounds in it. All the buckles have held up. The loops where you run your tube through held up, but this part right here, when it's fully tightened up and on your back like it should be, these dig into your armpits, or at least my armpits, and it's quite uncomfortable. Secondly, filling and emptying, yeah, that's a pain on the bladder side. I did try and Sharpie out Ozark Trail just because it's like fluorescent green, and yeah, I like black, just blacked out, but that came off. There is no real parts where this thing's falling apart, to be honest. Like, it's in really good condition, and I put it through its paces. So far though, because I have been doing some hiking with my ILBE, I've been leaving the carrier at home, filling this up and sticking this under the lid of my ILBE, and then using a Grimlock to put the hose like right on my shoulder strap, so easy access. But these bladders are cheap. They're a dime a dozen. You can get similar bladders at Canadian Tire. You could probably just buy the bladder itself at Walmart. And the one thing I don't like about the bladder itself is when it's full, it's like a giant tube. It's not flat on the back. I've seen other reviewers talk about this issue, and yeah, it's kind of like having a hot dog strapped to your back when it's in this carrier. Even you can still feel it. Another thing is that this, where the water and the bladder and the hose meet up, it's not right at the bottom. It would have been nice if it was right at the bottom so you could get every drop of water out. And that goes to my other complaint, which is you can never hit the 2-liter mark. You'll make a mess everywhere. I've already done it. You usually just get up to 1.5 liters, and I call that good. But yeah, unless you're like really decent at holding this thing and it likes to stick like that, where the water just pools on there and you gotta use your finger to push it down and get the water to flow down, it's kind of a pain. I was going to pick up an FILBE Camelback water bladder, but plans have changed since then. I can't get that, but I do have something else coming in the meantime, and it we'll just say it's from Mystery Ranch. So that's pretty much it on this. I still, for 20 bucks, it's a score. Like, it works just fine. it's durable enough that you can go on trails. I've even bushwhacked with this thing, like went right through thick branches and stuff like that. Not a scratch on it really. Maybe a little bit of dirt, but that's about it. And it does come with a little pocket on the top. I don't know if I can open it. This is my weak hand. Okay, yeah, it does come with a pocket, which I threw in a little lighter. You never know when you're going to need that. This was some garbage from a sandwich I ate. Yeah, and that's how big it is. It's got a little divider here, so you can have a little bit of organization in there. And yeah, it's comfortable enough for 20 bucks. Functional enough for 20 bucks. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars out of 5. I'll give it 4 out of 5 because for the price range, it's the price that makes it worth it. I can't do the zipper up with one hand. It is totally the price that makes it worth it. And here you got, I don't know why you'd need a water bottle pocket on a water bladder, but there's a pocket right there. And yeah, they could have added some strap keepers, maybe a little roll of Velcro that loops around itself, so you don't have straps hanging down. That should actually be a feature on every backpack. That should just be standard at this point in time, because how hard is it to add a little strip of Velcro to wrap around your... Yeah, nope, for 20 bucks I recommend it. I give it 4 stars out of 5. And it is cheap. You're going to be expecting that for a $20 hydration system, but it does have enough features that make that 20 bucks worth it, like the on-off switch. I was looking at $70 water bladders that didn't even have that. They just had like the one that you like pull with your teeth and it comes out. And then it's got the little bite valve cap, which is removable. You can take it off. And the last thing I have to gripe about is you do get that plasticky taste or rubbery taste from the bladder every now and then, especially if you let the water sit for like a couple hours or whatnot. You can kind of taste that rubbery kind of taste. Whereas like a source bladder for the ILBE, they don't give a taste at all, I do believe. That's so I've heard. Anyhow, I don't have one to test that out, but I've heard that they don't give off a plasticky or rubbery taste. Anyhow, if you guys like the video, click like. If you want to share, hit share. If you want to comment down below. And subscribe for future reviews on other things that I have laying around here. And new items coming in. Check back within the next week, I'd say. About a week, and I should have something new to show you guys that I think is pretty interesting. And then we will do a comparison on that versus its twin on steroids, I would say. Okay. Have a good day.